All right, here we go. One of the most highly anticipated round of 16 matchups. We've got Faithrox Twitch, and she's going up. Yeah, I said it right. She's going up against Suspensa.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you listening?
Ricky J. Sports.
Oh, baby. I'm so excited for this matchup. Oh my gosh, Faithrox Twitch. Oh, she gets a bell. Oh, but gets Dustin Poirier, and she really got lucky here to start things off. And look at Suspensa, gets Leonardo, and then Suspensa stuck with Will Brooks with subpar stats. And the thing is with Faithrox, man, if she was, I believe she was in the first Xbox tournament. Yeah, I remember. And she picked Dustin Poirier. So if she would have a choice of fighters, man, she has Dustin Poirier in her roster of selections, and she was lucky enough to get Dustin the Diamond Poirier, and let's see what happens. And it looks like they've only faced off against each other one time, and Faith had the best of Suspensa, so let's see what happens. I'm recording this early in the morning, so I apologize if it's not super excited, Ricky, but I got family sleeping. So you kind of got to be respectful, but sometimes, the game takes over your your mind and your heart, and you can't help but go crazy. But I'm going to try to keep it as, as low as possible with respect to my volume. So here we go. And before we get things started, man, I just want to talk about the main event, Thompson versus Anthony Pettis, that just happened last night, man. Oh my gosh. I was telling Marshall Mind in one of his videos in his chat that I was so sad, man. I'm not crying, by the way, but I just had to burp there. But I was so sad because I'm a huge Wonderboy Thompson fan. I'm also a Pettis fan, but I just love Wonderboy just because of his style, his unique style, and his demeanor. He's just such a respectful guy, and I'm an old school guy. I love to respect my opponent in any sport that I played in my life, so I just love him. But seeing him go out like that was nuts, and he was kicking butt and taking names. He just kind of, I don't know why he would go for that kick in such close range with his hands down with like 5 seconds left, and then he got KO'd. But respect to Pettis, but in my opinion, Pettis is going nowhere in the welterweight division. To beat Anthony Pettis, all you got to do is just shoot for takedowns. The guy has no takedown defense. And especially against bigger boys like the guys in the welterweight division, like Van Askren, Usman, Covington, Woodley. It's not going to be pretty, but respect to Pettis. A lot of people were telling me, man, Ricky, you got to stop being so emotional after that fight. But, man, Wonderboy did so well. But that's the fight game. But look at this. Speaking of being sharp and not, making a mistake. Look at Faith getting right in there with the 1-2 high kick. That was a beautiful shot. Every time I think of the 1-2 high kick, I always think of Anderson Silva, Forrest Griffin. Forrest starting off the fight with a 1-2 high kick, but missing because Anderson saw it coming. But Suspensa, he's already at a disadvantage using I'm not going to call him a scrub, but using Will Brooks. And Faith understands that, and she's pressuring him. She's getting the center of the octagon and really pushing forward. But Suspensa is no joke, man. And, he really is no joke. Both of them are fantastic players, fantastic virtual fighters. And both of them, I don't know if Faith is still in the ESFL, but I know Suspensa is. So both of them were in the esports gaming league known as the ESFL. Broadcasting every Sunday. Check them out. Tell them Ricky J sent you. Looks like, Faith is walking a little gingerly on that front leg. You guys notice that animation? Or is it just me? I have my coffee here. If you're wondering about the coffee, it's a nice Colombian, actually Costa Rican coffee, and it's really strong, and I love a good strong coffee, and it's just black beans and water. And I always say you got to respect the bean, no need to dress it up, unless you're at Tim Hortons. But anyway, wow, she's so good at that 1-2 high kick. She is so good at that. And Suspensa is already on his heels. In my opinion, this showdown right here is a toss-up. If there were betting odds, imagine you could bet on video games. But if there was a betting line, it would be a pick'em fight, in my opinion. But Faith has the, she's got the hours, man, logged in with Dustin Poirier. So she knows the move set, the stats, what to do in certain situations. I love what she did right there. I love how she went with the 1-2 high kick a couple times and then went to the 1-2 body kick, and then she goes with some heavy leather. And that is definitely Faithrox's round. Suspensa is kind of handcuffed here, man. Just can't really do much with a Will Brooks, and when it gets to this level where both of the fighters are just so good at the game, they really know, all the little tricks, it's really hard for somebody to utilize a fighter that's not that great and try to get into an advantageous position. But it could happen, man. It could happen. And it's happened in this tournament where guys feel like, they've had the fight and then the fight just slips away. Let's see what we're going to have here in this second round, man. And Suspensa's head is already blinking. Nice head movement by Faith. Look at her go, man. Wow. And if I'm in her position, I would just sneak a get up here. You don't want to get locked in a submission. I don't know what Will Brooks has off of his back. But you know what? Faith couldn't ask for a better start here. Oh, man. Suspensa is... Oh, he's pretty much done, man. Oh, nice rip to the body. Ooh, I like that. Body, head. Wow, she could just box at this point here. She could just box. Oh, this fight is done. Oh, she did the... You know what? She's acting all... She is such a showgirl. Not a showman, you know what I mean. A showman, a showgirl, same thing. But she is just so good at, really taunting her opponents and being flashy for the fans. And in my opinion, that cost her kind of the finish there, in my opinion. But let's see if she... Here we go. And she gets the win in brutal fashion. Faithrox Twitch. She should change her name to Faithrox YouTube. What a fantastic performance. Sheesh. Just some nasty stand-up work here. I love her ability of, going down low, then going up high, and then her killer 1-2 high kick, and then mixing that in with a 1-2, and then to a kick to the body. Holy cow. And if you're in Suspensa's corner, he just has to hope and pray that he'll get a better selection in the fighter random selection in the next fight. And that's another thing too. When you're in this tournament, man, when you are playing a random fighter select tournament, it's kind of like in poker. Texas Hold'em poker. You could be the best fighter in the game, but if you don't get a good hand, what I mean by that is a good fighter to use, you're not going to win the tournament. So this tournament is the only tournament, I believe, in EA Sports UFC that involves a little bit of luck. Obviously a lot of skill, but you need that luck, and Faith's got it. So here we go. They can't go back into the lightweight division, so now we're at bantamweight. Oh, but Faith, look at that. Oh, she's going to go with Rafaela Sunsao. Oh, and look at Suspensa. It's only fitting. The video game gods are watching over Suspensa, trying to give him back a better fighter than good old Willie Brooks. And if you're in Faith's corner, would you have taken a chance and rolled the dice again? She seems pretty confident with the Sunsao. And a Sunsao is a good fighter, man. His stats are good. Dominic Cruz just has a little bit better stats, but let's see what we're gonna have here. And from what I know from Faithrox, she's a fantastic elite stand-up fighter, And a Sun Tzu doesn't really pack the punch of a Dustin Poirier. So let's see if her skills are going to translate into the heart of a Sun Tzu. And if you're in Suspensa's corner, man, he just needs to regroup after that brutal KO. And when you've hit this level, the round of 16, you've obviously tasted success in this game, but you've obviously tasted defeat. And this is nothing new for Suspensa. And Suspensa's just got to forget about that first fight and try to crawl his way back. It's crazy. In the second fight, I always give the advantage to the guy that lost. Or the girl that lost. Because when you get that first victory, you're flying high, you're feeling good. And some people take their opponent too lightly after that first win. So if I was ever in these tournaments, and a lot of you guys are saying, Ricky, you got to get in on the tournaments. I would always remember to myself that every fight is a sudden death fight. Don't think of it as best 2 out of 3. So here we go. What I'm noticing right here too is, you know, Faith is deadly as a southpaw. And she's not switching to southpaw for a Sun Tzu. I don't know what a Sun Tzu switch stance is. Oh, but that's why, big boy. She wants to tickle that ankle. And now let's see her ground game. Let's just see how good Faith's ground game is. Ooh, wow. That's interesting that she would get up. And I'm a big fan of both of these fighters. And I said it in the last video, it's almost sad seeing, you know, one of these fighters go out, you know? Oh, nice. Now the thing is, Faith shot for 2 takedowns, and she can't telegraph her takedowns here. And already you're seeing a different style of Faithrox. You know, she's being a little more passive. She's not being that dominant, assertive fighter that we saw in that first fight. And already, you know, that style is allowing Suspensa to, you know, get off his shots. I think she needs to go back to the Dustin Poirier mentality. But that's another thing that I'm finding in the game is, like, I'm a southpaw fighter in the game, and I like to use some fighters that aren't southpaws, and I feel like it's hindering my stand-up game. Let me know if you agree with that, because some guys don't have the greatest switch stances. Like, I like using Jacare, but him as a southpaw, he's only an 80 out of 100 for switch stance. So that means all of his stats go down, right? 20%. Is that true? Am I saying that all right? So it almost tempts me to go back to orthodox. Even I use Dominic Cruz as a southpaw. Who else? Well, Nick is a natural southpaw. I'm using Nick Diaz a lot now. I like how Suspensa is switching stances. Oh, but now Faith is starting to unload a little bit. It's amazing. You got to give respect and love to the EA Sports, you know, creators of this game, man. Because it's just so crazy how when you use a different fighter, it just seems like a totally different game. You know? The animations are great. Like when I was watching the main event yesterday, I'm like, Wonderboy Thompson moves exactly how he moves in the game, in real life. You know what I mean? And that must take a lot of animation, you know, a lot of editing, a lot of time. But this round, man, I don't know if that takedown counts. Look at her still fighting after the bell. But I don't know. I kind of give that round to Suspensa, I think. Too close to call. But Suspensa's got to keep on doing this, man. Letting his hands go a little bit. There you go. Use that beautiful footwork that Cruz has. You know, he's got that speed advantage. The footwork that Cruz has will allow him to navigate through the octagon and pick his shots. And, you know, we could easily be seeing a third fight if Suspensa just keeps things simple and keeps on doing what he did in the first round. But here we go. And you wonder if Faith is going to be like, you know what, I just have to start striking here. Oh, she's still going for takedowns. I feel like she's kind of rushing the takedowns. She was trying to, I think, go for that ankle pick, which was a little too close for comfort right there. Oh, now she's throwing. Man, she's got some nasty stand-up game. And now she's going for the leg. But all these takedown attempts are really planting the seed on Suspensa. Suspensa will be a little, gun-shy with his kicks in fear of getting taken down, but he's doing a fantastic job stuffing those last couple takedowns. And Cruz is, you guys know Dominic Cruz, he's more of a volume striker in this game, so you really got to pile on those strikes to get rocks, get knockdowns. Now, if you were using like TJ Dillashaw or Cody Garbrandt, you're able to get those rocks and those drops a little bit easier than a Dominic Cruz. So Suspensa still needs to put in that work, get in on those strikes. Oh, here we go. Gets the takedown. Now, you could argue you could give that first round to Faith with a couple of takedowns, but who knows? This is really, really close here. I'm hoping you guys are enjoying this, and big ups to everybody who came by the spontaneous stream last night. I was playing a little MLB The Show, and I'm a huge baseball fan, and I will be doing some more spontaneous streams for MLB The Show here and there, and that was such a great time. Big shout outs to Jacob, Psychedelics, Irish Jits, all the people that were there. Thank you so much for stopping by. And I also will be streaming a little UFC here and there. The only thing I said in the stream with doing UFC ranked, you always face the same fighters over and over, But right here, it looks like Faith is putting that pedal to the metal. Oh, she's landing. But a Sunsao also, he's kind of a pillow fighter too, man. He doesn't really have that knockout power. You really got to put a lot of work in to get that stun. Oh, that's so frustrating to deal with somebody that keeps on going for ankle picks. Ooh, side saddle. Yeehaw, brother. What a very grindy type of fight that we got here. Let's see the stats. Oh, it was too quick for me to see. But you know what? This is a toss-up. I really don't know, who's winning this fight. I would say maybe it's 1-1. But both of these fighters really need to go and get it. As the good old Goldberg would say, so you want to be an ultimate fighter. Yeah, no, I don't. I just want to watch it. But they really got to go and get it. And as Dana would always say from the early Ultimate Fighter days, don't leave it in the hands of the judges. Don't leave it in the hands of the judges. You just don't know what these virtual judges are thinking. And I wonder if you get points for stuffing takedowns, because Suspensa is doing a fantastic job keeping the fight on the feet. And you know what I would like to see? Maybe Suspensa go for a takedown. But I know Sunsao has got some submission games on the mat, so he's got to be careful as well. Wow, so close. More takedowns. You're almost thinking too, is this the best strategy for Faith? After, buzzsawing through Suspensa in that first fight. Now, there she goes. Now she's going more wrestling heavy. I don't agree with that. She had success on the feet. Even though you have a Sunsao, you got the skills. I love how she does that. Boom, boom, up top. Look at that head movement. Let's see if she's going to keep it here. My opinion, whoever gets a rock is winning this round and the fight. Oh, and she's trying to go for it. She is. But She's taxing that stamina, but luckily... Oh no, don't pick up the pennies. Luckily, there's only just short under 2 minutes left. But she's really trying to win on points. Let me know if you agree with this strategy. Well, if she wins, it's a great strategy, obviously. But I think she's taking the tougher road to victory by being wrestling heavy. And she's going for it, but she's getting the points. Man, I would say... Man, oh, now she's getting more points. I think this is Faith's, man. Faithrox could be on her way. Oh, here we go. Reversal action. Oh, man. Suspensa really needs to do something here. Gets the mount, getting that point. Oh, gets the denial. Look at this. Oh, nice arm trap. Wow. My opinion, I think it could be 2 rounds to 1 for Faithrox. Could she be going on to the round of Elite 8? It looks like this fight is done. Very close fight, though. Could have gone either way. Wow. Anik is saying the number of kicks we have a clear winner, but what about all those takedowns? I have it Faithrox 2 rounds to 1 in my opinion. Let me know if you agree with this. It looks like this matchup could be done. And Faith could be moving on to the round of 8. Wow, that's crazy. 30-27. What? What? The judges? Oh my goodness. How the heck? No way. No way. I honestly think Faith won that fight. More significant strikes, more takedowns, more times, on top. Suspensa did have more total strikes, but what the heck? And we just called it, man. You can't leave it in the hands of the judges. Oh my gosh, man. Controversy is brewing here. And we're in the heavyweight division. And look at this. Faith landing Todd Duffy. And Suspensa landing Nogueira. And look at how the tables just turn so quickly, man. This is insane. Controversy for sure. I really thought that she won that fight. But now, after feeling, she probably thought for sure that she won that fight. And now, having to regroup and using a scrub like Duffy, man. And facing a legend in the grappling realm in Nogueira. Oh my gosh, you got to give the advantage here to Suspensa. Man, I can't even catch my breath after seeing that. That was a total blunder by the judges. Let me know if you agree. But this is pure controversy here. The judges, I'm like a Dana White. The judges ruining the tournament. What the heck is that? I'm still stunned. I need a coffee here. I need a swing of the coffee, people. This is just insane, man. Insane. But hopefully, minus all the craziness. Well, let me just think about it. Yeah, I'm saying, hoping you enjoyed this video here. But, you got to say, Suspensa did a really good job doing that second fight. But I just thought to, back up my point about Faith winning that second fight. I just thought that her groundwork and her pressure should have won her the fight. I don't know. I could be wrong. According to John Anik, he won via leg kicks, but it's all good. So close. Like I said in the beginning of this video, this is a pick'em fight. And in my opinion, if I'm a betting guy, I'm betting on Suspensa here. I feel like Faith just doesn't have... Oh, look at that. Much respect. I feel like Faith just doesn't have the tools with Duffy to win, but she could prove me wrong. And again, these guys, or guys and girl, they messed up the rounds, man. It's got to be 5 rounds in that third fight. please, if you're still in the tournament, remember that. Third fight is 5 rounds. Oh, she's going for some wrestling action. Look at this. Oh, getting the points. She got that takedown and decided, you know what, I'm dealing with a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu legend. Don't want to mess around with him on the mat. Yeah, but this is turning out to be a controversial filled video. One with the judge's decision in that second fight, and now with these fighters not picking 5 rounds. Makes my blood boil, you know what I mean? Because I just want a clear-cut winner. So I'm just thinking, a bunch of things are going through my head, and you know, if it does go to a decision, maybe we'll do a poll and see what the audience thinks, because you guys are part of this just as much as I am, and we'll do a vote. Should they redo the third and deciding fight? And this is only going to happen if it goes to a decision. And I'm going to make the bold statement now. If it goes to a decision, I'm going to put out the poll and ask you guys, should they redo the fight? Because they got to follow the rules, man. If it goes to a decision, that's not what the third fight's all about. It's got to be 5 rounds. Well, let's see what happens. And I'm hoping there's a finish, because I don't want them to have to go back, regroup, and get their fight in. But right now, Suspensa is being very selective with his shots. And Faith is really going at it, man. Faith is really trying to put her stamp here in this third and deciding fight, trying to get that finish. Oh, big ups. Both guys are rocked here. But Duffy's got some power. I know he's in the mid to low 80s. He's got some power, and Faith is utilizing the strength of Duffy. And when Duffy first started off in the UFC, holy cow, I felt like he had like the nicest body in the heavyweight division. Him and Overeem. And obviously Brock Lesnar. Oh, she's going for points with... denied. You got to give that round to Faith. Definitely have to give that round to Faith for sure. I'm still in a little bit of shock, guys, that they didn't put 5 rounds, man. But I know I'm repeating myself, but like I said, if by chance it gets to the decision of this third and deciding fight in the round of 16, I'm going to put up a poll if it does happen, and have you guys vote if they should do a third fight again. But let's hope, like I said, it goes to a finish. But Faith did some good things. I think Suspensa was too much of an observer in that first round, trying to, you know, pick his spots and look for his opportunities, but his opportunities didn't really come, to be honest. Oh, and she's going for a takedown. She's trying to wear down. It's almost like she sees something in Suspensa's game. She's going to get up here probably. Oh, she's not. She sees something in Suspensa's game that she can exploit, and that's that cage takedown. And when she gets the mount.
He hip escapes from the full mount. He lands a big shot from the bottom. Trying to pass from half guard into side control. Can't make it. Good punch. In full guard.
Oh, nice denial. Oh my gosh. You got to be careful. So careful. Oh, you know, if I was Suspensa there, I would have tried to go for a submission. When I use Jacare, man, I could lock in submissions. All I got to do is deny one transition, and then I have that chance to finish the fight. And I feel like Nogueira's got that same type of, you know, stats with respect to submissions. For some reason, I'm on edge, man. I don't know if it's because I'm half asleep. But I'm really nervous for some reason. And my dog kept me up last night. He ate my daughter's toothbrush. And kept me up all night. Because his stomach wasn't feeling well. Yeah, you heard it right. He ate my daughter's Winnie the Pooh toothbrush. Oh! This is Faith's fight. Oh, is it over? Wow. This is definitely Faith's fight. Nice. She should get up here. She's not. Wow. Faith is doing such a tremendous job. Having a guy like Duffy who's nothing special, let's be honest. But he looks like he's on steroids. Or picograms. Oh, look at this. Japanese necktie. Who's going to the potty? Nagara needs to get dressed. Doesn't get it. But Suspensa, man, being a little too passive in this fight. I know this is a terrible joke, but he's leaving us in Suspensa with his lack of aggression. And she's up. Oh, this is definitely 2 rounds in the books for Faith. 2 big rounds in the books for Faith. And Suspensa needs to finish this fight. And every round that passes in this third and deciding fight, it's getting me even more frustrated. Because I'm not one to invite controversy and drama. But we really need to do something if it does get to a decision here. We want, you know what, I'm all about the fair fight, man. And whoever loses this decision is not getting that fair fight. Respect. Imagine you go for an overhand there. Get the victory, but the UFC, esports, UFC 3 fans would not be on your side for the rest of your virtual career. Imagine you do that. You start off the respect taunt first, and then you cancel it, then you go with an overhand, win the fight, and then quit out quickly. And you move on to the next round. But here we go. Suspensa needs to, come on, man. He needs to, oh, look at this. He needs to be more aggressive. He was asleep the first 2 rounds, and finally we're seeing the Suspensa that we know and love starting off this round with a bang. And Faith can't get complacent here. Whoa! Where did this power come from? Suspensa pulling a Mayweather. Sitting back and relaxing for the first 2 rounds, and now finally moving forward. And he's got that stamina advantage, and maybe that was the strategy. Let Faith do her thing and then come back. And Faith is in trouble. Faith is in big trouble. Faith, spit out the mouthpiece. Tell the ref you have to make a phone call. Oh my gosh, how the... And now she goes for that desperation takedown, does not get it. Oh, pulls guard, but how the heck did the tables turn just like that? This is just such a treat to watch. I honestly thought Suspensa didn't have a chance here in this fight, and now he's putting together one of the best rounds of his life right here. And he is a champion. Both of these fighters are champions, but this is where champions are made, let's be honest. When your back's up against the wall, and look at this. That's a huge stamina. Oh my god, this fight could be over. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. She gets out of it. She gets out of it. And why would he abort? Why would he abort mission? I guess because he knows he's got to win on the feet. Oh, Faith is... Oh my gosh, man. I am literally, as my UK's buddies would say, literally on the edge of my seat. 25 seconds. Faith needs to survive. She needs to survive. Oh, 10 seconds. She's just got to run away. Faith, you got to run away. You got to run away. Oh my gosh. And this is where controversy hits. Because this is not a fair fight, man. It's not a fair fight. It was not 5 rounds. It's got to be 5 rounds. And I've been letting it go in previous fights just because there's been a finish. For the first time in all the tournaments, the third and deciding fight went to a decision when the fighters picked 3 rounds. And in my honest opinion, I don't think that's right, man. Let me know your thoughts in the comments area. And we're definitely going to have to do a poll. Because these are not the rules, man. These are not the rules. We never said the third fight should be 3 rounds. Who's got it? What? What? Oh my gosh. And I would have given that fight to Faith 2 rounds to 1. Suspensa did have an unbelievable showing there in that 3rd round, but you know what, man? I really need your thoughts. I really need your help here on deciding what to do. I have my opinion, but you guys are part of this channel just like I am, man. Let me know your thoughts, and then I'm going to do a poll probably tomorrow, or I may just look at your comments and see what you guys think. Alright, people? Holy cow, controversial filled video. Let me know your thoughts on everything going down, and I'll catch you in the next one. Oh my god, I'll keep you posted on what's going to happen with these two. It's not over, in my opinion, but let me know what you think. Anyway, this is Ricky J Baby from Ricky J Sports, and you are awesome. What the heck just happened? Oh my gosh. I need another coffee.